Hi guys, my name is HastaLaVida and today is a very important day that I feel like we kind of just need to talk about for a little second, okay? Now, if you're not aware, today is World Mental Health Day. Now, I believe that this is a day that should be recognized all over the world and should be spoke about as much as it can be. I think that a lot of people suffer from mental health issues, no matter what it is, physical, mentally, whatever. Anything can cause it, and anyone can have different things that can have an impact on their life. Obviously, with this year, we've had the coronavirus, which has been a freaking kick in the teeth for anyone altogether, because everyone's been stuck inside and everyone's been having quarantines, not being able to see friends, family. So obviously that's been having an effect on a lot of the world's mental health. And I feel like this year especially, I feel like I definitely need to make a video about it. One of the things I wanted to do from YouTube, one of the things I always wanted to benefit, was mental health. I've suffered from mental health since being a child. I have PTSD, and now if you don't know what that is, it's called post-traumatic stress disorder. You'll probably more so link it to people from the forces and stuff, but believe me, there's more people out there who you don't realize suffer with these type of situations. You suffer flashbacks, you suffer very high anxiety. I can't really talk about it because I can already feel my breathing starting to go, but that's fine. I also suffer with horrific anxiety. I suffer with agoraphobia. If you don't know what agoraphobia is, that means I can't leave the house. And not many people know that. Only my friends know that. I struggle to go outside. So, for me, I don't really have that much of a life a 21-year-old should have. But I am taking the steps to try and change that. I am working with some fantastic counsellors at the minute who are trying to help me get my mental state in check. I'm working with people who, when I'm ready, are going to help me try and get work. I've got unbelievable support. I believe the strongest thing you need in dealing with mental health is very strong support. And I'm very lucky. I have an amazing family who help me. I've got a beautiful, brilliant girlfriend who has my back whenever I'm at my lows. Because at the end of the day, you guys will only see me when I'm making a video. Because to me, making a video, I get to come out of this dark, grumpy self, and I get to come in here, and my role is to make you guys laugh. And to me, because I suffer so much with mental health, I think that being able to, if at least one of you guys laugh or take something from these videos and it improves your mental health, then I feel like that's my job. One of the things with the coronavirus was a lot of people started taking breaks from YouTube, and a lot of people started to put YouTube aside. When I remember saying in the video I originally made about it, I said I feel like YouTubers are needed more than ever because the world's offline. And it's one of the things that I pretty much promised and stuck to the entire time of the entire virus pandemic is I've uploaded. I've non-stop uploaded. I took the closest to a break I took was doing the Avengers series, because that didn't require me to be thinking of how to edit a video every single day, because Avengers was literally record it, make sure it all links up, shot it up. Easy. But even that, the videos were still coming every day. The streams were still coming, because I feel like at the minute it's our duty to make sure we can do what we can to help you, if you get me. But the main thing of Mental Health Day is because what I want to spread so much to every single person is that there is always someone who will listen. And I don't want to sound like one of these can't think of the word. One of these people where I'm gonna say, oh, it gets better. Oh, it doesn't get. Oh, it gets. No, sorry. Oh, it gets better. It's just you just got to work on it. No, I'm not gonna say that because I've been there. I know that doesn't help anybody. What you need is honesty. And I'll be honest with you, it is hard. The amount of times I've gone at the bottom, I ruined my GCSEs in school. Now, I don't know if Americans do, I don't know what you'd call it. Basically, your grades you get after secondary school. Again, I don't know what you call it. I ruined my grades at school because in year 10 and 11, I hardly went to school. My original aspirations was to leave school and go on to be a history teacher because I loved history. But then my grades and everything collapsed, and I was even late for pretty much all of my exams because I had a massive mental. I can't really think what it was. Basically, I'll go into details because I feel like if you think that I'm just this happy person and everything, well, I am, but I also have laws. I have a lot of laws. Christ, the reason I have agoraphobia is because it all stemmed from back in. I've suffered with it all my life, really, but then back in 2015, I was literally going to school one day and it felt like I needed the toilet, and then I was on the bus, and then it felt like I'd gone to the toilet, if you get me. So yeah, he peed himself. I don't care. I don't care. You can say what you want. Hey, if you want to be an ass about it, you can say what you want, but I'm trying to help, if you get me. But I hadn't, anyways, and then I got to school, and then I felt like, oh Christ, I need to go to the toilet, so I legged it to the toilet, and then I didn't need to go to the toilet, so I was like, I'm alright now. But then the problem I had was then the fire alarm at the school went off, and I was like, oh no, now I can't go to the toilet. So then I started to massively panic. Then I went out, because obviously then when the fire alarm goes off, you have to go outside. You can't stay inside. And then the feeling of needing to go to the toilet again came back on and again and again. But then it came on like times 1,000. And I was saying to the teacher, I remember saying to the teacher, I need to go outside. I need to go outside. I need to go to the toilet. And they were like, you can't because of the fire alarm. Second the fire alarm went off, obviously, I raced to the loo. Again, didn't need to go to the toilet. It was just this weird feeling I had. It was horrible. And from there, my school kind of collapsed. I even got to a point when I used to live with my mum's where I couldn't even leave my room, which is a crazy thing. I couldn't even go downstairs in my own my mum's house because I felt like I was going to pee myself, and it was crazy. But again, I got the help. It took me a while because I'll tell you something. If you're like me and stubborn, it doesn't help. It doesn't work with anxiety because you think, nah, you can do it yourself. Believe me. Get the help you need. I didn't get the help, and then I took a lot longer to get back to being able to safely go outside. I've gone backwards over now, but I have dips. I always have. But keep getting the help. I'm on a list at the minute to get more help. Back in 2016, I used to suffer with weight. I dropped a lot of weight. Now you look at my face now, you look at how chunky my face is because I put a hell of a lot of weight on from freaking lockdown. But back in 2016, I went down to 10 stone 8, and I was a twig, and I'm not supposed to be that skinny. Right now I'm overweight and I'm about 15 stone. But you gotta think, 4 stone 6 pounds down, that's not healthy. I didn't used to eat because I used to have this feeling that I was going to choke on every single thing I ate. My meals a day used to be a hot chocolate and biscuits, but only specifically if biscuits were dipped into the hot chocolate, so it went all soft. I couldn't eat any other food. There's a picture I'll put on now of a time when I went to Wetherspoons with my family, and as you can see, I literally had nachos because that's all I felt I could eat at the time. And I remember eating them, and I almost choked on one of them. So I stopped eating them, and the cake in that photo is literally the only thing I ate on that entire picture. And that was when I was pure, just like, whoa. But it's crazy. It's absolutely mental. I still, to this day, like, look at this. I still have massive low moods. With all of lockdown going on, before, with me suffering from agoraphobia, the only real thing I used to do before lockdown was go to the gym and train every single day. And I'm not just one of those who goes to the gym and trains half an hour, and half-asses it. I go to the gym and I go for about 3 hours. And because I go cycle, I'll go train, swim, sauna. And if you're into that type of thing, all I can say is please do that. I'm not going at the minute because of obviously all of the coronavirus. I know a few people who are going back to the gym. I tried it twice, but then with obviously all the cases rising again, I'm just like, I just don't want to risk it. It's too much. It's too stressful to constantly think over your head that you might catch it. But once all of this is done, I'd recommend a way to help mental health is certainly get to the gym, get exercising, because it does some electrical things in your head. and it makes you go buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. And I don't know, I like it. It was a good escape for me. I have a boxing bag in my garden at the minute that I train on a lot. That's pretty much all the training I do, because I don't have the weights, obviously, that I used to have at the gym. But I use the bag to keep my stamina up and everything. So that does help as well. Try and get home weights if you can. I have weights, they're just not strong, so it's pointless for me to do them. They're like, well, I'm not going to go into weights, because it'll be like I'm trying to freaking flex, and that's the last thing I want to do. Obviously, like I say, the main thing as well, like I've said before, is just make sure you talk to people. Alright? Just, if you've got anything on your mind at all, there's always someone to talk to. Even if you think they might not listen. Believe me. There's people over the years who I've spoke to who I never would have thought would have been that as supportive as they are. Christ. I used to, before I got with my girlfriend now, I used to basically do everything solo, if you get me. So how I used to work was, any situation I have, it's not anyone else's problem. I'm going to get on with it myself. No one else needs to know about it. I'll just struggle and everything like that. But then, massive credit to my girlfriend. My girlfriend helped me. It sounds so sad, right? You might not understand the reference. I always do a comparison with her because, and it's going to sound so nerdy, but if you understand the reference, you'll know what I mean. So, it's a Doctor Who reference, but in the 10th Doctor, when he first regenerates from Christopher Eccleston, right? When the Doctor first met Rose, and he was all aggressive and not self-centered, but he did everything by himself, but he could be cold at times, and he didn't really let you see the other side of him, and kept himself a closed book. That's what I was like when I first got with my girlfriend, and God, I don't understand how she put up with me, but she helped me. I can talk to her about anything now, and she's amazing. And that's why I think that it's so important that if you have mental problems or if you have anything on your mind, you must talk to people about it. You can't let things brew over in your head. No matter how much you think people might think you're stupid, believe me, they won't. And if they do, they're assholes. It's as simple as that. If they discriminate you or make any sort of judgment of you because of your mental stresses that you have, then you don't want to be associated with those people. You need people around you who will fully support everything you do, because at the end of the day, mental health, it's something that everyone at some point in their life will suffer from. I go through stages of mine. Mine drops and gets higher and gets lower. I had a point before where my anxieties helped me. I used to, but I still can to this day. My anxieties push me, because then I'm always like in a fight with myself. So say if I need to go somewhere that, like even a doctor's appointment, if I need to go somewhere that I must go to, then I'm like, Christ, right now we've got the freaking, I have like two versions of me in my head. I've got literally something going like, no, you can't do it. And then as the more I do it, which is this voice, he's slowly pushing him away. And then every single time, believe me, it freaking wipes you out every time you have to beat that barrier. But God, does it not make you feel, it does make you feel good, because it freaking helps. But does it mean you're going to get fixed by doing it one time? No. You got to keep persisting. You got to keep going again and again and again and again. And I don't know. I just think that I just wanted to make this video because I wanted to shed light on it. It's World Mental Health Day. One of the pros I can say of having my mental issues is I got into YouTube. Like I said at the start of the video, I wanted to be a history teacher. I wasn't doing YouTube. And then all of a sudden, I just thought I couldn't go anywhere, and I watched PewDiePie, I watched Jack, H3H3, KSI, and I was like, oh my God, I wonder what it's like to be in front of a camera and talk to yourself and play games. But I found a real passion through it. And I love doing what I do. It's one of the pros. If I didn't do YouTube, I'd be in a massively low point. I would have nothing. Where YouTube really does help me. And you've just got to find things that help. You've got to do things that help. you guys, the support you leave on the videos helps me so much. Believe me, it constantly just like hearing even the likes, anything. It's just like Christ. It gives you a smile on your face. I had Equals, sorry, I feel like I said your name wrong. I'm so sorry, dude. He sent me a logo that he's made for me, and I didn't even ask. I've got Whiskey saying he's making a full portrait of me on Minecraft. I think it's insane. And I'm not saying you've got to make me things. And I can't forget people. I had Lolman even was making me a song, and he's made me too. And I think it's crazy. I think if you can find that one thing that gets you to give you an extra kick to keep going, find it, do it. If you've got a dream that you want to go and do it. Does mental health stop you? Hell no. Will it ever stop you? Hell no. Do you believe in it? Yeah. I used to have a lot of friends. I used to be part of a big social group, but because of how my head was and everything, I cut a lot of people off. We were in different parts of our lives. We were on different, obviously, a lot of my old friends didn't have the problems and didn't understand what was wrong. So I felt it was best to kind of go separate ways, which I don't hate them. I still think I'm now against them. We're just at different points, and I don't want to be that person anymore. I want to focus on the things that can keep my mental state going good. And if you feel like you're in a place where the people around you aren't really that supportive, look elsewhere, dude or girl. Just make sure you've always got the right people around you. That helps. The support helps. Always look for the support. Never do it alone. It's, as the saying goes, and it's a saying I freaking love, it's okay not to be okay. It doesn't mean you're a wuss. My girlfriend has seen me freaking cry, and believe me, I'm a very tough person to cry. I don't like crying. Not I don't like it. The manliness in me, I don't know what it is thinks it is a wuss. I cry to myself. I've never cried in front of a person before until my girlfriend, and she thinks now less of me than, I don't know, if I didn't. And that's what it's all about. You've got to find the right people around you. I'm going to leave some links down below of people to contact if you feel like you are suffering from these type of situations, or you're in a situation that can potentially that help. If you're in a situation that you can't control and you don't know where to turn, there is people there. If you have anything that's on your mind, or you just even want to talk in the comment section, do it. I'll try and respond to in the best way I can to anything that anyone says. But even though you can always feel alone, and even though there's times where you feel like there's nothing and there's no one there, believe me, there's always someone there. I've been at the lowest of the lows, and every single time I've had to just dust myself off, start again, come back better. And if you're in that type of low spot, all I can say is it's tough, but just keep pushing and keep believing. Yeah. I'm sorry if people thought this video was a bit depressing. I don't want it to sound that. I want it to be more positive. I want people to be more pushed by it. I shared my experiences because I wanted people to understand, like, I do suffer with it. I don't want it just to be like, again, one of these people who just thinks they know everything when they don't. And I'm not saying I know everything. I'm just saying I have my own experiences to sort of relay off. That's why I've shared very personal things with you, because I want you to understand, whoever watches this, that mental health can affect you, but just keep pushing. Never give up. Always, no matter how hard it fights you, you must win. And you can win. It's as simple as that. But yeah, I've been HastaLaVida. Thank you so much for watching. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. See you all later. Bye.